and welcome back. Isn't that surreal? Technically, it's gonna be like days. And then, like, the next day they'll get to this, but really for us, wasn't even like a minute. It was like 30 seconds. But that does give me a point where I can break it off in the editing cycle.
Oh, that's fine.
That is important.
That's actually very helpful and whatnot.
And if we need to take a break or whatever, because remember, we hit the 3-hour fucking audio fucking limit. That was crazy.
4.
Oh, no, it was 3 hours.
It
was 3 hours, but then we went on for another hour and a half.
No, yeah, he would do pretty much every non-violent but still fairly aggressive means of doing it before he had to break out.
Timmy.
Whatever. No, he actually sent that with Darius.
Oh.
He gave him the flask. He didn't tell him what was in it.
When in doubt, open the flask. And then when Timmy comes out, fucking battle station plays in the background. Take no prisoners. Hope.
It's the final
countdown. Oh, you're right. It's the final countdown. And he's just unfurling like fucking Goro from fucking Mortal Kombat. Timmy. Oh no, he didn't say anything. It's right. What the fuck is this, Dad?
No, one of the somebody put a voice box from in him that actually, whenever he tried to speak, it would go.
You know,
I remember somebody did that when Kaegro wasn't looking and he was just standing there.
I like that idea.
They just stuck it in there. And it's like, and it just sort of sunk in.
Timmy. You know, that reminds me. Have you ever heard of If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Program? It's a Warhammer 40k show on YouTube done by this guy called Brava Alphazba, and it is the greatest thing in the world. I swear to fucking Christ. He did a side story to it where the Felinids came to this one planet with this guardsman, and the 3 guards are you got the captain, you got 3 guards. 3 guards talking about. You got the perv guard who's talking about. I can't wait to fuck me a cat lady. And then it shows up, and the ambassador of the Felinids is actually a cat-bodied, aristocratic-headed guy. He has a human head but a cat body, and he speaks like, "Hello, I am here to represent my people." So I just thought of Timmy, though. Timmy.
No, it's just one of those, you know.
But okay, then I want to use that voice box. I'll show you the video after we're done. Hello. I am here. No one can save us from this grim, dark future of grim darkness. That was great, dude.
But no, that's like the one thing.
But as a higher god, you wouldn't even need Timmy. I was actually going to point out.
No, he just got an upgrade around as a personal assistant.
Okay, because if he got an upgrade,
he didn't need Timmy.
I'm noticing a pattern with you that there is assistants involved with people of power. I'm just saying. I never thought about that.
Who else is going to run your empire while you fuck off?
You got a point there, yeah. So Timmy is going to go with Darius, and I didn't even realize that until that point.
It's just one of those things that he didn't know Kaegro snuck in there.
But pull out an emergency. But here's the thing, though. Do we want to give... It wouldn't be a MacGuffin, but do we want to give him a power-up as overpowered as Timmy?
Actually, I was actually planning on it being like a last-ditch thing because of the change in universe.
I hate Deus Ex Machinas. But consider this, if you will. What if Timmy is actually synced power-wise to whomever he's with? So because Darius doesn't really have a lot of power in the beginning, Timmy's going to be helpful, but he's not going to save the day. Because I don't like that. I hate that as a writer.
No, that's actually a really good rationale.
I hate if you're in trouble, throw the holy hand grenade. Well, where did the holy hand grenade come forth? Why are we no longer focused on the hero saving the day? Why are we focused now on this magical MacGuffin doing it? Fuck that shit. And don't get it twisted. I like Timmy.
No.
I don't remember this happening in the first podcast we talked about this.
No.
But if Darius gets Timmy, I would rather
honestly having it as a progressive leveling companion would be great.
A companion, yes, but even more so, like you said, in extreme emergency, that's when he can pull out Timmy. And even though Timmy won't save the day, he will certainly help turn the tide of battle, allowing Darius to make his comeback or to refresh. I've done that shit before myself, so I'm just saying, I like that idea.
He gets what, 3... No, he gets 6 1d6 attacks if he just punches when he's clawing at something.
So it's not really like going to change.
Or he gets a fireball equal to Darius's character level in dice.
What if Darius... Now, double spelling is a thing that actually occurs in...
remember, Timmy can fire a fireball out of each hand when he was under Kaegro's power.
Yeah, but if he can only fire one fireball, but still no, because he's connected to Darius, Kaegro. If he's connected to Darius, they can actually double spell off of each other, and that is what can actually do it for that particular scene.
But you gotta remember, Darius's class doesn't get those kinds of wizard spells.
Doesn't he?
No,
Oh,
it's
my bad.
all Darius's spell list is all around necromancy spells. That once he gets higher levels, he can take. Once he hits a certain level when he gets that level feature, no, he can take it out of a wizard or cleric.
That's it. Yeah. What if we just created a necromantic firebolt attack that he can double spell off of?
Actually, it's not that hard. It's just using negative energy instead of fire.
I have something better. Timmy at level 1 coming out the gate, even though he no longer has Kaegro's, he doesn't have access to Kaegro's anything. He does have access to whoever he's connected to, so he can use any spell that they can use, allowing him to double spell natively right off the bat. So even though he has only necromancer stuff, what kind of direct attack stuff does necromancer pull?
Oh god,
draw from?
Chilling touch.
So double chilling touch on something right off the bat.
Bestow curse.
Maybe not bestow curse.
Plague
touch.
Cool.
Plague touch is cool.
Actually, bestow curse.
I mean, from a writing point
no,
of view,
you can run up and slap them with money rot.
But from a writing point of view, that's not going to be as dynamic from an action point of view. I would think. From a gamer point of view, yeah, that's fucking great. But but double plague touch though, that'd be some
3.5 necromancy spells.
3.5 necromancy.
Like right there, that'll.
Oh yeah, the SERP.
The SRD.
Okay, so I put 3 and a period, and then brought the keyboard over thing, and Brazilian third. There's a 3%. Oh no, 3% is on Netflix. Yeah, it's a Brazilian original series to see who can give money blocks faster.
Get money blocks faster.
Each episode ends with them screaming "Way, way, way!"
Really?
No, that's just what it was funny. You're racist for thinking that was. How dare you?
Dude, I used to weigh people in World of Warcraft. Shut up. Just so they'd leave me the fuck alone.
If we were going to make this into its own show, its own channel, I would want that for the banner as just the lizard going, wait. That's us.
Football.
Football, necromancer spells, SERP, or was it what was that fucking?
SRD.
SRD, yes. I get it, you vape. There we go. I will say that until you die, I don't care.
I wish it...
Finger of Death. Oh, it's not. Is this by level?
This is by alphabetical.
God damn it.
But still, this will give you some things to do. Like,
well, I don't mind inflict light wounds. Double inflict light wound though.
Well, the way I'm building him, not only building Darius, he's not going to need to rely on anything because he's going to be healed by negative energy, and his class is going to have a negative energy burst.
That would be interesting.
So when he starts getting hurt, he could just be like...
Well, I'm just thinking at this point in time, I'm just thinking Darius, level 1, book 1.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be back into the wall. His comrades, the shop, or I'll point that out, the shop,
let's see.
aren't there to save
Chill
him.
touch.
So he pulls out Timmy. Timmy comes out to the tune of, it's the final countdown, and Timmy's just like, well, I'm not very strong right now, but you'll get there.
I'm
Come
not
then.
strong.
You'll get there. Who are you? But then he does the connection. He knows because basically I would be treating him as a psionic linked companion. As Darius grows, Timmy will have access to a lot more of his older functions. But because he's connected to Darius and not Kaegro, he'll have access to...
His functions will have altered to fit...
Exactly.
I don't want to say owner, because...
Well, no owner, but even more to whoever he's connected to, his companion.
Yeah.
But even more so, the world. You mentioned earlier, or were about to, but I cut you off on accident, that you wanted to have Timmy tailored a bit more to the world of the Generalist, Neo-LA, than Tokyo Unit 13, because those are two different worlds.
Because, he came into Tokyo and maintained his visage of the Pit Fiend.
Well, he still have that. He still have the Pit Fiend look.
His was still very vintage, classic, big red motherfucker.
But now he's in this new world.
And so on this one, part of his fear effect he would have naturally taken on slight aspects of the most terrifying demon in this setting.
So he's going to look like Frank.
No. No, actually, he would have
I'm just saying, dude.
He would be blatantly pit fiend, but he would trail off into certain parts of looking like a little bit of a psyker.
Okay, then that would make a lot more.
He wouldn't have the power, but he would have the image.
Consider it like this. The
or
world
something.
This needs to be explained. The world of the Generalist is the kind of place where a unicorn is actually, if you attack a unicorn, you can actually attack multiple types of everything after that, because it actually has a link in reality, so to speak. For instance, this is hard to explain. I actually do so in Taboo 2 or 1. A unicorn, for instance, if you were to attack it through using hermetic magic or thaumaturgy, you can actually affect narwhals because they are connected through reality, because a unicorn is just that magically empowered. It is the scion. It is the ultimate icon of a certain group of mammals, of creatures. A psyker demon, even taking on its image, that's the reason why I have to actually argue against that. A psyker demon, the reason why it has to be locked away in another reality is because it can't be technically killed.
Honestly, if we really wanted to, it would end up having another way we could go, is it would actually end up taking on more aspects of intangibility of the chaos that would...
Now that we're talking, that is something we can do.
The intangibility and being a blank, instead of fire, he's wisping ethereal...
Like at the edges, like just kind of not there. No, I dig that.
No, it's not just wisping into nothing. Like, it constantly, his edges constantly reform, and in some spots he'll be reptilian, in some spots he'll still be demonic, and some...
So he's like a patchwork.
And no, it's that...
We both hit a point in the thing where we're not describing
color changing paint on cars when you look at it at a different angle.
Oh! Yes!
Whenever you look at him at a different angle, he seems like something else, but he's blatantly what he is. Due to the chaos that has been brought in due to the resurgence of Debbie.
And that is good foreshadowing for... Oh, that's the other thing. As we develop Debbie, I want to point out, I've got the idea that I want to honestly... I'll bring Kaegro and Darius and Debbie into the fore when Debbie tries to make a play for this reality. There are certain reasons... at some point in time, Frank and Dash are going to have to visit the Generalist organization because of a certain thing that's going on. And it'll be revealed then as to why. I'm not going to point this out. And one of the subplots is that Frank's apprentice, Robot Samej, is actually flying in from New York. He's like the world's youngest detective. He's like 13 or something, but he can already But he's already a member of the Generalists. Just to remind you, there is the Generalist, Frank Todd, but that's just a title. He is the Generalist. The Generalist organization is basically a bunch of
his subordinates.
No, he works for them. He's basically their champion, so to speak. The Old Man on the Mountain is the title of the guy that runs the whole thing, and he's supposedly the oldest man on the face of the planet, like 2,000 years old or some shit. And he's like old. Remember, the Ogre...
That is a wrinkly ballsack.
Yeah. Remember, the Ogre is his companion. He's his, not butler and valet, but the Ogre is to the Old Man, Omat M, what Dash is to Frank. They've just been buddies for so long, and they were both there for when
Hetero life mate.
Yeah. They were both there when Jesus got crucified. So, yeah. Thank you, Kevin Smith, for all that you have heard some bad stuff. I don't know the man personally, so I don't know. He seems good enough, though.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Besides, he made the View Askew universe. I love that shit. No, so anyway, for the most part, so the Ogre is to Omat M what Dash is to Frank. And, wait, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So the Generalist organization itself is pretty much the librarians. They're just they're the know-it-alls, you know what I mean? Although librarians in my world have a completely different thing. Let's not go into that just yet. So they're just the know-it-all organization. They know all. They don't fuck with the world, though, but they do have various... each of them are involved with their different things, sometimes opposing sides, when it comes to the world itself. They are the organization that knows the most about overpowered research and extreme existence. In a sense, the Generalists, the organization, are the only ones, are the representatives of this version of Earth to extreme existence, the organization itself. So that's one of the reasons why they exist, you know what I mean? So at some point in time, though, somebody is going to try to back the wrong horse and bring Debbie over thinking they can control her. They cannot. Because even though they know of the overpowers, even the Generalists know of the screaming into the void thing, a speck of dust screaming into the... It's very nihilistic, and I love that, by the way. It's nihilistic as shit. Well,
don't you mean feudalistic?
No, nihilistic. The whole idea of if nothing else matters, why are we fighting? But that is also one of... I think that's what it is. You choose to fight against the revisionists and the ones that are supporting the void. So literally, that was the 3 laws of what determines an overpowered. So you make the choice, one, and no one ever chooses the 3rd one really because they don't even know. It wasn't until recently that the revisionists were given a name. It wasn't until recently that the revisionists they were always thought to be the same faction as the void entity, so to speak. But then it's discovered no, they're working for chaos and order at the extremes. Remember, if you go up and down, you have negative and positive gnosis. But then it's revealed, thanks to you guys, by the way, Unit 13, it's revealed that there's also right and left. And no one had ever thought about that until that point. And all of existence, that speck of dust, is the absolute center of where those 4 points intersect. Just saying. So Debbie is all the way on chaos. So she's like and that's another thing. She was spat out a rising force. She was spat out 2 shades away from overpowered. So even though she can't achieve overpowered level herself, she's still the attempt of chaos to create an overpowered.
Or she believes she can't attain it.
That too. Although if Kaegro ever figures it out, which I think either him or Darius would, that'd be a frightening thing. But I do need to point out also, once again, I think Kaegro would actually side with the extreme existence, with the ones who are fighting for existence. Simply because what is money without existence? What is contract?
How can I dick off my responsibility if there's no responsibility?
How can I have pleasure if there's nothing to have pleasure with? Fuck you, Mom!
Well,